You might think that having a single player world which you've only opened to LAN is safe from griefers, right? That would be unless you are one of the tens of millions of players who, without realizing, has made their single player LAN worlds vulnerable to malicious griefers. Recently, griefers have utilized methods of joining specific single player LAN worlds which have no way to whitelist, ban, or prevent players from joining, and are able to nuke them in under 5 seconds. Griefing groups like the Fifth Column have even figured out automated ways to do so. Your LAN worlds could be vulnerable to irreversible damage and griefing, and you don't even realize. But how are players' single-player LAN worlds even being found by griefers in the first place? Server scanning, as it is known, is where players use programs that scan the internet for Minecraft servers with the port 25565, Minecraft's default port. Some of these scanners even have accounts which will automatically join the server to check if it's running in offline mode, has whitelist enabled, and more. There are a few Discord bots that are public that can do this. You may have heard of Server Seeker, which used to exist, as well as MC Server Scanner, as well as private ones with larger databases such as Skynet, and even custom Minecraft hacked clients like Oppenheimer, which allow you to filter server scans and join them in-game through a server list, used by the infamous griefing group Fifth Column. Because most people don't know how to run a server securely, or that these server scanners and griefers even exist, hundreds of non-whitelisted servers and offline mode servers without authentication plugins are found and griefed every day, of which you can see people complaining about all over the internet, wondering what the hell happened to their servers. But where do LAN worlds factor into this? LAN worlds are different from normal Minecraft servers because they only allow players on the same internet, or rather local network, to join. This is obviously very limiting, since it means that only players who are at the same exact location as you can join. However, there are ways to allow players on different internet connections in different parts of the world to join your LAN world. Hamachi is probably the most famous example. It's a program which allows multiple different users to connect remotely by establishing a tunnel between their devices, basically acting like a LAN. That means if you have two users connected to the same Hamachi network, even in different parts of the world, they are now able to play on each other's LAN worlds together, as if they were on the same internet in the same location. Hamachi is quite outdated now though, as there are newer services designed specifically for Minecraft that basically do the same thing and allow players to play LAN worlds together no matter what network they are on. A common service is known as playit.gg, a program that you can download which allows you to make your Minecraft LAN world accessible through a tunnel that Playit assigns a specific IP address to. It's more complex than that, but all you need to know is that it makes your LAN world publicly accessible by players on other networks and internet connections. There are also Minecraft mods which do a very similar thing too, such as EasyLAN, a mod with over 200,000 downloads combined, popular amongst Chinese users, as well as E4MC, a mod with over 14 million downloads combined that allows you to expose your LAN worlds to the public and enable players from anywhere to join, all with only 1 or 2 additional clicks. There are dozens of tutorials with hundreds of thousands of views for using and setting up all of these mods and services on YouTube, and the reason they are so popular is because, unlike a server or realm, making your LAN world public is entirely free. It's also a lot easier to do than setting up a server too. As such, these public LAN world alternatives are very popular amongst those younger or less experienced with Minecraft, which is also what makes them so incredibly vulnerable. But first, how many of you are sick of big clunky wallets but have also tried and failed to store cards or money in your phone case? Well, this video sponsor, Ekster, is perfect for you then. Ekster's Wallet Pro is extremely slim. It's significantly smaller than your phone and easily can fit into any pocket without being a hindrance, while also being able to hold up to 14 cards in cash. It's made with premium leather and comes in multiple colors. Ekster's card holder just by itself, made of solid aluminium, can hold up to 12 cards or cash, which can be easily accessed just by pressing this button. Talk about a futuristic design. And the best thing is you can put Ekster's Find a Card in the wallet or card holder, which works with the Find My app, allowing you to track your wallet anywhere. From May 20th to June 16th, Ekster is running a Father's Day sale, which the wallet and card holder are perfect gifts for, allowing you to get up to 50% off with code TheMisterEpic using my link in the description below. You see, LAN worlds weren't designed like servers are, as they weren't intended for public access. That means that they are missing a lot of of very important Minecraft server features, especially related to security. First of all, there is no subscribe button, which normally allows you to subscribe to TheMisterEpic. No pressure, of course. Anyways, there is no ban command. You can only kick players, of which can rejoin right back, no problem. However, most importantly, there is no ability to whitelist players, as there is no whitelist at all. That means that if you used one of these services or mods we mentioned earlier to make your LAN world public, anybody with the IP can join and there's nothing you can do. Foreshadowing for later in this video. Another big issue with LAN worlds is the lack of dynamic permission settings. If you make a new survival world with commands disabled, as most people playing survival do, the only way to enable commands is to open to LAN and turn them on there. However, if you do this, it means everyone on the LAN world has full access to commands, including any random players that join. So if, for example, in a hypothetical situation, if you started a single player world without commands enabled and your friends wanted to join, so you used a mod or playit.gg to make the LAN world publicly accessible, and some griefers managed to somehow find the public LAN world's IP and joined it to grief, you might shut down the world and re-enable commands to try to stop them, and then they would rejoin back, and not only would you not be able to ban them or prevent them from joining, but they have full access to all commands, which with their automated griefing hacks mean your world is probably not going to last much longer. Clearly, LAN worlds are extremely vulnerable and were not made to be publicly accessible, but tens of thousands of them are made public by players who are none the wiser. The only thing keeping these public LAN worlds safe is the fact that their IPs can't be found by server scanners. Or can they? The one thing keeping these public LAN worlds safe is the fact that their IPs or domains generally differ from traditional Minecraft servers due to the way the mods and services like playit.gg are set up. That means that public server-seeking bots and tools normally aren't designed to find most of them. However, private server scanners by more dedicated griefers are. This is Etanyao. You might remember him from this video here. He griefs hundreds of servers every day using his automatic server destruction bots as well as server scanner known as Skynet. Etanyao's server scanner has the specific ability to search for publicly accessible single-player LAN worlds. But how is he able to do this? Well, as it turns out, services like playit.gg only have a few IPs on their proxy servers which players' LAN worlds are routed through. That means that once he knows their domains, he can search for IPs. For example, here is one of their domains they use, and then players are given a different port for each of their LAN worlds. As you can see, just searching this IP alone gives me a decent number of results. Skynet can distinguish between normal servers and LAN worlds, as LAN worlds always have a specific message of the day format where it will say the host username and then the world name. LAN worlds are also all capped at 8 players, whereas most servers by default cap at 20. Using these distinct criteria, Skynet can do specific searches for LAN worlds, and alongside playit.gg worlds, there are results in the low thousands, likely from other services or mods such as EasyLAN, which also has a distinct message of the day that can be filtered. I can join these players' LAN worlds right now, of which I did join a bunch. Most of the players are spooked by someone joining and will immediately shut down their world. However, once they reopen it, I can join right back and there's nothing they can do. These players realized that and had to keep typing the command to kill me over and over as they couldn't ban me. As Etanyao showcases in his video where he griefs over 20 public LAN worlds, a lot of the time the LAN world will go offline out of fear as soon as he joins, with the players bringing it back up almost instantly with commands enabled this time so that they can attempt to ban or deal with the intruder. However, this is a horrible idea because as soon as Etanyao rejoins the world, now with the ability to use commands and cheats, his custom suite of griefing tools and hacks effectively instantly nukes it. In this example here, the LAN world is reopened for only a total of about 4 seconds, and in that time, Etanyao has already nuked the builds around him. There's absolutely nothing these LAN world owners can do either. They just have to keep the LAN world shut down. They can't ban him or prevent him from joining. This is even more concerning when you realize that unlike servers which often can be rolled back due to the server host storing backups automatically, these are single player worlds which the players would likely have never backed up. In the span of seconds, these single player LAN worlds can go from normal to completely nuked, and once nuked, that's it. If the players are AFK on the world at a farm or something, then it's even more dangerous as they won't even be able to close the world to prevent the destruction too. Now, as per usual, when it comes to Minecraft griefing and shenanigans, the fifth column is already one step ahead. Remember that mod, E4MC, which had a total of over 14 million downloads? Etaniel Skynet isn't entirely designed to search for its public LAN world domains and IPs. While it can scan and find some E4MC servers, it can't reliably find E4MC LAN worlds, as normally by the time they are found, the IPs are invalid. His scanner currently isn't fast enough as it's being rate limited. But the fifth column's Oppenheimer scanner is fast enough. I've only been given limited information since the group wants to keep this mostly private for now, as their server scanner is the only one which can currently reliably scan for E4MC LAN worlds, but as I was told, the fifth column managed to reverse the subdomain name generation E4MC uses. Let me explain. When you use E4MC to make a LAN world public, it will automatically generate you an IP address players can use to connect to the LAN world. This will normally be 2 words followed by a region and then e4mc.link. Every time you close your LAN world and reopen it, a new IP is randomly generated. They are only one-time use. The fifth column has supposedly reverse engineered the subdomain name generation, the part that generates these 2 words, meaning they can automatically search for these E4MC servers and join them. That's all the information I was given anyways. Considering how widely used E4MC is and how many unknowing players follow tutorials on how to use the mod, that would make a lot of public LAN worlds notably vulnerable to griefing, and unlike normal servers, there really isn't anything these players can do. Fortunately, for now it seems only the fifth column knows how to reliably find these servers, but if the method became widespread in other server searching bots, it could be very, very bad. So what can you do to protect your public single-player LAN worlds? Well, if you see anybody join them you don't know, instantly shut it down, and do not turn on commands or reopen it, wait a few hours. Do not AFK in the worlds either. And that's about all you can do for now. Be sure to subscribe, thank you all so much for watching.